tell me not to miss this, but sometimes it's like you're dead. I can feel a distance, and the sun always shines when you walk my way. Baby, I wonder, is it sunny with you today? I can feel a distance. 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 I can feel the distance. And the sun always shines when you walk my way. Baby, I wonder, is it sunny with you today? And the sun always shines when you walk my way. Baby, I wonder, is it sunny with you today?
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. All right, Jack. All right, Callum. All right, Sweben. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Hello, Lewis. All the gang is here. All the gang is here. Snowing here in Inverness. Very unpredictable weather at the moment. Yeah, same here, man. Same here. It's snowing here too, which is kind of weird. We normally don't get so much of that. The nice, tasty, warm Gulf Stream and the salt air. Not quite enough snow for snowball fights yet. Maybe later though. Maybe later. So today we're just mucking around. I have planned some mucking around stuff and nice day. Early boy. When did you finish your stream last night? You were still going when I went to bed, I think. You must be getting quite good at Call of Duty now. So check out what I've got. Boiling and sunshine in 5. Really? What temperature is it? Doubt. I have doubt. Maybe though. You're not getting that lovely northerly that we are. I heard you got snow. Yeah, it's snowing. It's snowy outside. I'd show you, but the camera won't work. It'll just be bright. There is snow though. I think it's snowing right now, which is weird. It was nice and warm a couple of days ago. Changed pretty quickly. $12 degrees. My goodness. Yeah, Cal, don't rub it in. Common Rabble, what does that mean? So today we're going to mess with some synths. I got some different camera angles. Let me show you. So I've got this camera for my beautiful face and whatever's going on down here. And then I've got this one here. This camera up here. So I've got this synth I'm going to start on. I've got, if I can spin it round, there's like another one there. And there's a few behind me. Excuse the mess. They're all kind of like sitting around ready to rock and roll, peeps. So that's the plan for today. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. However, a few of them I haven't used in a while, and I don't know if you can see this. It's all good. I'm used to being out in the sea. Atta boy, feels hot for me. Callum boy, enjoy your snow. Well, you got a camera there. Of course I got a camera there. That's for the subscribers. So if you want to click the subscribe button and subscribe to the channel, you'll get the special camera that goes up there, Colin. Afternoon, Sean Harrison. So check this out. Dettel should give you a branding deal. Yeah, exactly. Shake the... I don't know if you can see it, but I'm just cleaning this just now because it's... Oh, thank you very much for the follow. Red? Thank you very much. So this is gross, so I'm just kind of cleaning it before I... Oh, I better mute it so I don't give anything away. So I've pulled down some of the older synths, or some of the emulations of older synths from upstairs in the studio. Where'd the music go? Oh, it finished. Howdy, that guitar kid. How are you doing today? How's the weather where you are? Snowing or sunny? Sean Harrison, can we not talk about Friday? What did he say? Oh, was it the Formula One? Guys, what happened? How did it go? How did it go? How did it go? Oh, you love me. You love you some synths. You come to the right place, my friend. We are skiving today. We're just going to mess about with some synths, see what they sound like. Once I clean the keys, because I don't want to touch them. They've been in storage upstairs and they've got what can only be described as fully functioning ecosystems on each key. Petri dishes. I'm grand. It's surprisingly sunny. Nice. Whereabouts in the world are you, that guitar kid? Spain and Monaco. Okay, Monaco's a nightmare. I don't even know why anyone bothers. And Spain is fine apart from one corner that's off bank. And it's so hard not to spin on that. Like over a period. It's just a weird one. Okay, I'm nearly there. Nearly there to clean these keys. I thought I'd do it with you guys instead of by myself. There's still like gunk all over the top of the keyboard. So this one isn't super old. I'm not sure what year this is. Let's have a look. We'll learn together. But I got this keyboard when I was playing with... I made a project called Technokelt. And it was basically me doing like synthy stuff and my best mate Jane on the fiddle. And we did some crazy stuff. It was kind of like a precursor. It was kind of like a test bed for Face the West. And once I figured out that sounded good, I pulled all the cool stuff into Face the West. But then this keyboard got put away. And I don't think I've taken it out in maybe 15 years. Have you got a Hammond organ in your collection at all? No, I don't, I'm afraid. I'd love one. Once I get a bigger studio, maybe I'll start getting busy with that. Set game cleaning with Keith. Instead of dirty synths. It's not clean synths. So, thank you very much, Astrid. So, here's keyboard number 1. And what we have here is a Yamaha CS1X. Now, this isn't an analog. This is a digital synthesizer. And this is one of the cheaper ones. So this was a kind of funny synth that had great sounds in it, but it was kind of built like a really cheap Yamaha / Casio keyboard. So it was kind of a hidden gem. So let's see CS1X. Let's go on a journey together, guys. So this is really affordable to get some really good synth sounds. Yamaha's first analog emulation performance keyboard for electronic and dance musicians. The CS line is back. So I've got another Yamaha CS keyboard back there, but it's the more modern one and it works much more like a synth. This is more like a keyboard where it had sounds in it that you choose, like presets that you could only change a wee bit, whereas normally a synth would be the world's your oyster. You could change whatever you want, but not so many presets. When did this come out? Does it say? How old are you? So there you go, 1996. So it's pretty old. 2 takes. I'm going to take my jumper off. It's rusting in here. All right, squad, I'm back. So this was a really cheap keyboard actually. Oh, what do we have? Thank you very much, Marion. Welcome to the stream. Please hang out with us. We'll be here for hours messing about, making some music. So yeah, this was a really cheap way of getting in, but I love this keyboard. I only bought it for a laugh, but I ended up using it. Oh, what? Thank you for subscribing. Thanks for the Prime sub. Happy days. Thank you so much. Ren, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. We're 2 away from my subscriber goal. Once I get my subscriber goal, I'm having a party and you're all invited. Hello, Abigail. Kim at a how. Were you teaching the kids today? Or is it a holiday? You're on holiday, aren't you? On the slush. I demand to hear Take On Me as a mod. I have to learn it. I'll get the cards. So, thanks for the share, Miss Brad. So this keyboard, it looks, yeah, I'm going to change, hold on, I'm going to change setting in the camera. I don't like it. Okay, here we are. So I can't even remember how to use this keyboard, to be honest. I know that down here, this modulation wheel was really handy until I dropped a drink in it. I was playing live and I think it was a Coke or something, and it doesn't work anymore. So I planned to fix it, and I think that was around 12 years ago, and I don't think I've played it ever since. So here's the first sound. So this will have, as well as synth sounds, this has like normal keyboard sounds too, which is not normal in a synth. Thanks for the like, Coco. So what's good about this synth is, as well as being like, it's called a rumpler, because it just plays sounds off a ROM chip. It's got some degree of control here. So let's see if I can change the cutoff filter. So that's like making it, taking off some of the high end, putting it back in. And then if we put the resonance up, it'll go yow. So, what's the choir? So let's hit drum tracks. Oh, so drum loops. Yeah, I'd never use any of this stuff. And each of the patches had like 2 random ones, like the presets, whatever. We change something. So this one's tempo. And this is decay. Attack and release. So instead of going ga 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 ga, it'll go wah wah wah. Cool, huh? It's put cat back in. And release makes it carry on for longer. Oh, 2 ticks. Okay, I'm back. I am back. Thank you, Willie. Thank you, and Charlie, and me. So we're playing. Let's try the next sound. So these are mostly presets. Congrats on 106 followers. Thank you, Scottish Blob. Thank you so much. This keyboard is cheap as chips and it is so good. I want to see how much it is on eBay. If you're not into like spending ages like refining your presets and you just want something that is a synthesizer but not like a keyboard synthesizer, this is a really good one. Just want to see what they kind of go for. Okay, they sell on eBay for around... Oh, another sub! You gifted a sub! What a legend! Thank you very much. You do like synths. Oh, you gifted 2 subs. S.A. McClay over in Canada. She'll be delighted. Or he'll be delighted, I'm not sure. And Trap Shadow. Thank you very much. Gifting subs. What a legend. Thank you so much. Please get in touch. Say hello. Yeah, thanks for the gift sub. What a legend. So yeah, I'm looking on eBay here. They're going for like between £150. There's one here that went for £130. Here's one here that went for £59. Okay, so if you're needing synth sounds, that's why I brought this one up quick. You don't need mega bucks. Like I've got a Juno 6 over there. That's worth about £1,000 upwards. You don't need that kind of money to get kind of synthy stuff. Happy sub go. I made it! Look at the subscriber go! It's party time. It's party time. It's party time, peeps. Hopefully this sound is for party times. Whee! Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm over the moon. I'm over the moon. Thank you. What a legend. Rayhan, please add me as a friend. Please add me as a friend. What a legend. I think this is the start of a beautiful relationship. So, might as well play some stuff. So it looks like the arpeggiator is on, like hashtag on. So I'm going to click on multi. So as well as this, you get some pianos on it, but they're awful. The decay in the piano is really artificial. I suppose it's really good if you want to do like some trancey stuff. So yeah, I'm not so fond of the pianos. Right pianos. So let's come out of performance. Oh yeah. I'm remembering how to do this now. Multi. Hey, thank you very much for the follow, Wellies93. So, why this keyboard is good, this synth is good, is if you love synths and you end up in a band, right? And they want a synth player, like, will you come play synths with us? And you bring this, and you've got all your cool synths like this. And they're like, oh, but we want a piano in this one. If you came with a synth, like a proper synth, you wouldn't have a piano on it, right? It would just be maths. It would be square waves and stuff. But this one, you've got, in case you need it, it's sitting there. So this is a really good one to have at a band practice. So this modulation wheel would be doing something if I hadn't dropped some coke in it. Thank you very much for the like, Rab. But you can play with these things up here that do similar things. The cutoff's probably the best one to play with. And then resonance if you wanted to really growl. Yeah. See how easy this stuff was to make. Can I turn off? Okay, so I'm turning off the arpeggiator for some of these fun ones. This yellow guy's for the arpeggiator. The glassy stuff is hard to find in synths too. That only came around like once the Yamaha DX7 came around. That first one you demoed sounded a bit like Yazoo. I don't know what that is, but probably heard it before. Hello, Jamie. Thank you for following. We're playing with some old synths today. This is a Yamaha CS1X from 1996, apparently. It's fun. This is me playing it gently. Alan is asking what the keyboard is. It is a Yamaha CS1X. If you're looking for some like 90s synthy sounds, but really cheap, one just went on eBay for 59 quid. And I can't believe it. I haven't played this, honestly, I haven't played this thing in about maybe 12 years. Where's the tempo? This tempo is wild. How do you change the tempo? It's got to be simple. Utility, master tune, that's not it. Trying to figure out these old keyboards, man. Partly or octave, potato. Get me out of here. There we go. Notable users according to Wiki. Underworld, Jamiroquai, David Bowie. There you go. And they didn't do too badly. Mind you, I bet if you look like under Jamiroquai or David Bowie, they've got every single one of the synths. So maybe that's not a... tempo. Can I change tempo here? Ah, here we go. Ah, there we go. So that's kind of wired weird. I'm missing the knob here. But then you have to click this on which one. And then that's what these represent. So tempo was up here hidden in a batch of loads of text. Tempo adjust, one of the knobs. Sometimes. £600 new, yeah. Even that's a bargain, I'd say. This arpeggiator stuff's fun if you're playing with something that's locked in. Because it's not, especially this arpeggiator, it's clever. Sometimes it's chords, sometimes it's single notes, like mixed together. Where a synth is worth the money is the cutoff filter. So the cutoff filter, this is kind of thin. I mean, it works, but it's kind of digital sounding. You'll hear once we go to the Juno, and I play with that cutoff filter, there'll be like bits of distortion here and there and crunchiness, and it's a bit thicker and meatier. Yeah, crank the resonance. Meow. Quite right, Andy. Get it crunching. I've got a grandmother upstairs, a Mo grandmother. So I'll be doing another one with like newer synths. In fact, I've got a couple of newer synths here I was going to do, but the reason they're down here is they're emulations of older ones. But I've got a couple of newer hardware synths or keyboards or whatever you want to call them. A mixture of everything. I'll be doing another day with that. I thought I'd keep today kind of vintagey. 1996 is kind of the newest we're going, unless it's a brand new one that's emulating an older one. So it's kind of mixed up. It's kind of mixed up. So let's listen to some more sounds. Can you reveal what the newer ones are? Yeah, I've got a Behringer DeepMind 12. I've got a Nord Stage 3 I'll be messing around with. The Mo Grandmother. I tuned in for one and commented, but then I realised that my username probably wasn't appropriate. That's cool, don't worry. I've got, what's that rubber one called? The Seaboard. Thanks for that, like Darren. Nice to see you, pal. There's a Moog, a Behringer Model D, which is an emulation of an old one. I should have brought that down. And a Behringer MS1, their version of the Roland 101. So the reason I didn't take them synths down was because they're neatly tidied away in their boxes and I couldn't be bothered taking them all down. So I've got like a keyboard rack with synths on them. So it's easy to just grab them out of that. All right, Gary, how's it going? Just home from work and popping in to say hi from sunny Dundee. Yeah, don't rub it in. Don't rub it in. It's snowing up here, Gary. Rehan, is it the Model D, what do you call it? The Behringer one you have to. Yeah, the MS1's good. I had the MS1, my band Face the West. I used kind of like piano-y patches on my right hand. That's kind of like the Nord stage stuff. And I use a bass synth on my left hand. And I was using the Roland, not the Roland, the Behringer MS1 for that. Just to get, and I put it through a effects pedal as well. And what I had with it was, I found this pedal. The pedal comes with a microphone and you put the microphone in the kick drum of your drummer. And then that triggers the pedal to dip the volume of whatever's going through it. So I could hold just the bass. I could just hold it like that. And then every time my drummer kicked the kick drum, it would dip the bass down like a sidechain compressor. So it'd be, I actually have the MS-101 before Roland told Benny. So do I. I wonder if they'll be worth more in the future. It's the red one, isn't it? It was the MS-101 was just the red one. Same as me. We are kindred spirits, my friend. So I'll be playing a bit with that. All right, Ali Giggy, how you doing? How's your health? Let me know. Sidechain, yeah. It worked. When it worked, it was amazing. But there was a few times where it just bombed out. I'm not sure if the stage volume was too loud for the mic or there was something wrong with the cables. But in the end, for the last couple of gigs we did before COVID, I was just whipping the cable out and I was just doing it myself. It is red, yeah. I used to have a volume pedal to do like the wow bass stuff, but my ankle nearly fell to pieces after a couple of gigs. So I was trying to figure it out. It's really 80s. My glide function broke. Oh, you mean the pitch bend? Oh, the actual glide. Oh, that's weird. I found with the pitch bend, with the Behringer MS1, the only thing I had wrong was the pitch bend would go slightly further than it's meant to. So I put mine as an octave, so I could go ow like that, but it would go ow, and it would go down like a semitone more. It was really annoying, but only sometimes. So it's a pain in the bum. Pain in the bum. So I'm not sure what I'm going to use next. I had to use the Model D one time because I had to fly to a gig unexpectedly. So I couldn't bring much gear. So I just threw the Model D in my backpack and had to buy a keyboard when I was there to control it. Getting really 80s-y. Let's fire through a few. Seventh. This always hit me as an amazing keyboard if you were a keyboard player in like a rock band or like a wedding band. And you just needed the synth patches just to go. really fun. It's really fun. Some are better than others, obviously. All good. Berg's 60 yesterday. Was it your 60th birthday? Oh, I've got a Roland D50 upstairs. I should go get that. I really like this patch. It's got warmth. Did you originally learn classical piano and move on to keyboard? Love the variations the keyboard can add. No, actually. It's kind of allergic to classical stuff, to be honest. I mostly learned kind of a mixture of doing trad stuff, trad accompaniment, Scottish traditional accompaniment, and kind of more modern pop music, rock music. So I don't know much classical. I did bits and bobs when I was learning, obviously, but my heart wasn't in it. I'd love to jump in it more, but time, you know. I've also recently purchased the K2 based on the... Oh, you got the K2 and the Poly D. Yeah, the Poly D looks nice. I like to look at the Poly 8. Seen the bigger one. Original D50. Yeah, that's upstairs. The original one. Sometimes the display doesn't work. So sometimes I bring it down and I'm just randomly hitting patches to like find the one that I made. See what menu I'm in. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I put it away because some of the keys weren't working, and I took it down maybe a year ago and the keys were working again, so who knows. Oh, that's nice. I'd love to go with the K2, but I've got so many mono synths that I'm trying to stick to poly synths. I find them much more useful, you know, more notes. Have you synthesized a lot in your time of using synths? Yeah, I muck around. I've got my Juno 6 here beside me. I use that all the time, so that doesn't store patches, so I'm synthesizing all day long. Yeah, the Pro 8 looks good too, doesn't it? I love the Pro 8. I'd love, I had a go of the, what's it called? Oh, let me look. I always get stuck with names and stuff. It was way too expensive though for me, for what I needed. Let me have a look. But I loved it. I loved playing on it, but I don't have any projects that would suit, so I couldn't spend money on it. There it is, the OB6. This one. I loved playing that keyboard. That was I just played it in the shop. Just really iconic 80s sounds. Like you don't get anywhere else, but I just can't afford it. I wouldn't use it to its full potential. I have the Boutique DO5. Yeah, cool. Love that. I've got the Boutique. It's not the Juno, it's the other one. Let me go get it. Here's the one I have. It's the JX03. Now, I did like playing with this, but the problem I have with it is only 4 voice. So when I play, I would rather have one note at a time or 6 or more. When I have 4, I find that I'm playing more than 4 at a time, and it annoys me. It's weird. Thank you very much for the like, Steve. Welcome to the... Hello, Clarabella. What's up? We're playing with synths today. How's things going? They're going good. How are you? How are you? So I think we'll fly through a couple more.
Captain, we're being hosted.
Oh, no way. Thank you for the host, Clarabella. First time I've heard that little sample I put on. You have that one too, yeah. I just don't use it much. I think I'll sell it. It's because that 4 voice thing, I had a microcorg, I sold it for the same reason. If it's mono, I play different. But if it's got 4 voices, I'm trying to play like it's got 6 or more. I'm putting down too many fingers. I just find it really constraining. So these are the presets. But what I can do is, if I'm clever, I can hop onto user. There we go. And these are the sounds that I made for my, these are the sounds I made for the project I was using. Let's see what it sounds like. Okay, I was just busy working at the weekend, then went for a walk at night and Saturday. Yeah, cooler. I'm not great at keys, so I can never play more than 4. Yeah, they. Yeah, I think they're really good for that. If you want them kind of sounds really cheap. If you don't want more than 4 notes, you're good to go. So I had I don't know if you can see here, this piece of paper is my patches, but it's really faded because it's really old now. So it's saying here like user 40 is one I made, or one I tweaked. Oh yeah. Oh, I loved it. Because if you play more than 1 note, it used to scream. Cool. Scary number 26. Let's see what that sounds like. We'll go through these presets that I made and then we'll move on. Oh yeah. Such a 90s kind of synth sound. It's a bit like early Rainbow sound from Rainbow Rising album. I have to check that out. $78. Let's see what that sounds like. Just type it here. I'll have to find the tracks from the project. 96. A pad. Oh, nice. Okay, and 127 I had for a kick. That growly stuff is probably like, wow, like. Oh, this might have started kick. Nah. Okay, I'm going to switch this keyboard out. Say bye to this keyboard, everybody. So that was the Yamaha CS1X. Lot of bang for buck. If you're looking for old synth sounds, man, this is... If you can get this for 56 quid on eBay, you're laughing. What next? What next? Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. That was the CS line. But the CS line started decades before that. Love the banging sound. I bet you did, Gary. Right down your street. So I'm going to plug in the most modern CS. Who's that? Thank you for the like, James. Welcome to the stream. So this is much more modern. This is the Yamaha CS Reface. And this is much more like the keyboards of old. I think it's based on a CS101 or something like that. Bye, Yami. Bye, Yami. She's down there. She's quite safe. She's quite safe. So can I plug this in? Yeah. So what I like about this keyboard is it teaches you synthesis. Everything's really basic on the panel itself. I'll show you what I mean. If anyone ever asks me what keyboard to buy or what synth to buy to learn how to use synths, my first proper synth was an Axis Virus. It's a German synth for trance music and stuff. Well, it's for anything really, but that's what it's famous for. And it was complicated. Menu diving. Honestly, to get my head around synthesis was tough. Using that one, I just bought the best synth I could with the money I had. And I ended up using it a lot, but when I got cheaper synths, things started to click. Like all the important stuff was on the head of this keyboard, you know, well, like the top of this synth. Then when you buy more expensive keyboards that do more things, the bells and whistles are there. Yeah, this is if you're new into synths, this is the one. If you want to learn how to do it, it's got everything you need. What's good as well is you get speakers. Oh, excuse me. Digital fart there. So yeah, excuse the messy table. But you got everything you need here. Pitch bend, volume, octave, looper, LFO. Got your filters, your effects, everything. It's all sitting here. So we're going to start with something really simple. I wonder if I can get you a wee bit closer. That microphone's in the way. You want to handle and learn the basics. That's part of why I love the MS-101. Yeah, exactly. Nice and simple. But the only downside to the MS-101 is it's a monophonic synth, so you can only hit one key at a time. And if it's hard to explain to new people that is a thing, they just think the keyboard's rubbish or broken. So let's see what this sounds like. Let's leave everything down. So you can choose mono or poly, but we're going with poly. You can choose your oscillator type here. It's basically what mathematical wave are you going with. See what that sounds like. We got mod, texture, cutoff, resonance. Okay. So I wonder if there's a way to turn off. Oh, never mind. I'll just do this. Because the sound's coming out of the speakers too. But what I'm going to do is just pump up the volume and the gain. And the input here. You guys can hear that, okay? Is it polyphonic? Yes, it is. Now this is a cool synth, right? So straight away the filter sounds amazing in this. So much more talk than the digital one over there. Well, it's digital, but much creamier. So this is let's talk waves first of all. Saw wave, square wave, and then there's a mixture of a few. And that's a sine wave. We'll start with the saw wave, and you can put the octave up or down, so you can be like. So if you put the resonance up maybe like halfway and pull the cutoff down, well, without resonance it does this. Just goes down nice and creamy. So you can even find like somewhere in the middle that you like playing. Get that organy type thing. Bring it up slowly. If I could play. The keys are good too. Like the keys seem really small, but they for little keys, they're the best little keys I've ever played. They're really fun. And if I put the resonance up a wee bit and then pull the filter down, it'll sound different. So this is it without resonance. This is it with a bit of resonance. Thank you for the follow, Ewan. So you get that kind of sound. And if you go too high, you get like a whistle. You can kind of hear the digital stuff. That's when you start getting to the edges like that, you can tell the difference between analog and digital a bit better. What I love about this keyboard is you get a mod for each type of wave, and this is programmed into the keyboard of just a cool thing to add to it. So this one I think makes it, instead of one saw wave, if we put this mod up, it adds loads of other saw waves together to create a super saw, and it gets huge. And this is it without the mod. I'll bring it in slowly. That's it all the way up, so it sounds cool, doesn't it? Let's pull the cutoff down a wee bit. And you get a texture one too. And the texture one for this one adds a lower octave. So let's put the octave all the way up. Add the extra octave, put it fully modded, and we get like a. Sounds huge. Turn the volume down a bit. Jeez Louise. Pretty cool. And this is just back to normal. Sounds really, really weak now. So let's add a wee bit of both, not too much. Go an octave down. And we're going to play with the attack and the release and the sustain and the decay. So what the attack does is the attack decides how quickly it comes in. So if there's no attack, it hits it straight away. But if you put a wee bit of attack in it, it swells it in. This would be to make it sound like a string, you know? Really 80s. queen, right? So that's what attack does. This this decay and sustain depends. This decides whether when you keep the key on, if it keeps it flat forever like this, like an organ, or whether it like does a spike and then tails it off, like a piano. And then release decides how long it stays on for. So this is no release, and then this is loads of release. It's a bit too much. Jack says, that looks sick. Is that what you brought to dual practice the night before the G-Lib thing? No, it wasn't actually. That was the MS 101. So that was the Bettinger's copy of the Roland 101. I'll show you actually. I won't show you the actual thing because it's in his box, nice and neat. I didn't want to start messing with that, but I'll show you online. Here it is. That's it there, Jackie boy. This is what I brought that night. Seems ages ago. Yeah, it was ages ago, man. Pre-COVID. So this is a monophonic synth. You can only hit one note at a time. That's why I was just playing the bass that night, just to learn some chords. Just good thing to muck around with. So this is what I brought that because it was in the van, and it was in the van because I was using this as a bass synth for Face to West. So that's why I just pulled that in. Nice little light keyboard to drag in really quickly. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. So yeah, this keyboard, so we played about with it. So that's just played about with the saw wave, but if we pull up to the square wave, I love square waves because they sound like the Nintendo. If you want to do chiptune, it's full of square waves. So let's listen to the mod of that, see what it adds. So that's changing the middle point of that square wave to give you different sounds. That's what all the Casio keyboards, the battery-powered ones, sounded like when we were young. That's the only way I could change sounds. But you know what? See if you got this sound here. You've also got an effects thing here, so you can add like distortion or chorus. So let's put like loads of distortion on. There we go. Put the octave down, you got like a sick bass synth. Cool stuff. LFO, we haven't touched on that yet. Just to make it wobble. Like being in the ferry. So that's an oscillator. You can actually wobble the pitch too. That's how you get all your Doctor Who sounds. I'm going to take a wee bit of the distortion off so you can hear a bit better. This is the filter the filter LFO. Check that out. And the amp. Just mad sounds. yeah, one of my favorite synths. One of my favorite synths. Ha ha ha. Put some chorus on it. It makes it kind of 3D. So this is it with the chorus off. This is it with the chorus on. Chorus off. Chorus on. Lovely. Okay, that's it for the CS, and I'm going to bring out its twin brother. Hang fire. Hang fire, hang fire. Or twin sister, I'm not sure. So that's the Yamaha CS. If you want to learn how to work a synth, this is amazing. It runs off batteries for ages. Like, I'm talking weeks. And the speakers on it are really good. So if you want to just throw this in your van and play about with it and annoy all your bandmates, that's a really good idea. I really highly recommend that. Really therapeutic. Don't play synth while driving though. I think it's 6 or 8 voices on that one. Let me just double check that. More than I really need is the answer. Cause it's digital, they're not really stuck. Thanks for the like, Mike. Thank you so much, my friend. Let me just check it out. Yamaha CS. Polyphony? Polyphony. Let's check. Sound on sound. You might as well join me. 8 notes. 8 notes of polyphony. Thank you very much for the like, Alan. Alan Dunn. Welcome. We're checking out some old synths, playing them, jamming out. So we're moving from this one to its brother, the DX, or sister. The keyboard's female, maybe. So, da 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 da. Here she is. And I actually bought this one first. And I bought this because I was thinking of buying a Yamaha DX7. But it's just big and heavy. And I was running out of space here in the studio. And these went for sale, and I thought, oh, that looks kind of nice. And it's so much easier to program this than the original. And normally I like going for the original, but I thought this might be handy to have just a small keyboard lying around. I spend summers in a caravan with my family, and I thought it would be a fun wee keyboard to keep there. Just keep it hanging up on the wall or something for my son to jam on, or myself to jam on. Stick some headphones in it. That was the plan. So this is a FM synth rather than a subtractive synth, which is what the CS is. So the CS type synthesizers came first, and then these came on the scene. And they were really popular because they sounded a lot more like actual noises rather than synthesizing mathematics. So yeah, I love this one too. Let's have a wee listen. Oh, sounds good. Bit light for you guys, yeah. Sounds a bit like Seinfeld. So this is 8 voices again, I think. So you're very much more stuck with the sound in FM synths. You can change stuff, but it's hard to change it on the fly, like with the with a synth with a cutoff point and stuff. But what I love about FM synths, especially the Yamaha DX range, was that when you hit a key, it wasn't if you hit it harder, it wasn't just getting louder, it was actually getting crunchier and sharper. The velocity actually changed stuff. It's a totally different sound playing gently to hard. It's not just the same sound louder, which is what most keyboards are these days. Okay, so that's bank 1-1, bank 1-2, wobble bass. Let's see if it wobbles. So this is a preset to make the technology and the sound set of the DX a bit more modern. So that's like a bit of dubstep or something. Not so much my thing. Pad. I like this. I'd use this no bother. But again, the disadvantage you have of this over a different kind of synth is you might want to play with that cutoff to give it a wee bit more dynamics. It's cool. Okay, number 4. Oh, electric pianos. The FM synthesizer electric pianos are famous. Really like romantic stuff going on. Yeah, big noises from a little synth. And what I've done a few times is I've MIDI'd in, so you can put MIDI stuff in here. You get like a breakout cable, and get like a bigger keyboard. So you can get like an M Audio 88 key MIDI controller and plug it straight in, and then you've got these lovely sounds on a massive keyboard. '80s romance vibes. It's funny, when I first started playing keyboard, it would have been in the 90s, and there was nothing less cool than these kind of sounds. Honestly. But now they're cool as anything. It's amazing how much you can do on these little keys though. It's a scene where the boy is trying to win the girl back after wronging her. I didn't mean it, Shelley. I didn't mean it. I'm really sorry. I won't drink your pint again. Take me back. Please take me back. Not for that nonsense. You're a bad influence. Okay, lead stuff. that's cool. Maybe some high pitch stuff for some like R&B. Dark bass. Let's be like a double bass type thing, maybe. Yeah. Oh, you know what this reminds me of? Did anyone play Spider-Man on the Sega Mega Drive or the Sega Genesis? So the Mega Drive had like an FM synth in it, and it had loads of this crunchy FM sounding stuff. Nice. Tubular bell. And these are the kind of sounds that really sold the Yamaha DX7. Keyboards could never make these sounds before. They all had like these saw wavy, paddy, leady stuff. They never had this glassy stuff before. This like glassy harmonics. We don't think much about it now. Because we've got keyboards that can hold loads of audio, actual samples. That was legit magic back then. And you follow our Wood Warbler. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. And welcome. Hang out with us. So this is D and Beats. I'm not sure if this is my type of vibe, but we'll have a listen. I wouldn't even know how to use that. Unless I was making like a sound design for a shoot 'em up, like. Yeah, nailed it. Okay, back to. It's a sweep. Yeah, sounds like the Mega Drive. Cool. So you have a chord of it. Oh, this is mono. This is one at a time. Sounds like the Colors. Transformers, yeah. I like the effects, like the kind of reverby stuff. There's loads of sounds that you can tell they're designed just to show off how far the synth can go, especially in presets, and I find them not musical a lot of the time. Sometimes the simpler stuff works so much better, but it's hard to sell keyboards if you're not showing everything it can do, I suppose. lead stuff. So I think we got the. I think we got the idea of this keyboard. Back to the 80s rum flick. She took him back. Yes. Always was going to be the way in the 80s movies. Feel good ending. Feel good ending. She shouldn't have taken him back. And when you look back, it was definitely the wrong decision. And it was the wrong message to give children. Okay, we've got 1.5 left to go. I'll explain the half. So I have a Casio CZ1000, which is the best terrible sounding synth I have. Hard to explain what I mean there, but you'll know what I mean. However, when I took it down to have a wee play with it to make sure it was working, it wouldn't come on unless I was holding the... Love the crack, attaboy. Unless I was holding the power cable in, like pushing it in as hard as I could. So I can only play with one hand. Getting my excuses out early. So I'll give you a wee hear of that. And then we'll move on to the two big boys. So here we go. This is the last of the affordable synths. I think this was affordable at the time, and it's affordable now. But it's got loads of character, you know, and it's when Casio were pretty good. They're pretty good again, but there was a real lull there where they were just there was a real lull there when they were making just cheap stuff, cheap rubbish. My favorite all-time synth is the Juno, the Roland Juno. And I know it's a cliche to say that. I know it shouldn't be. And I know there's loads of keyboards that do something similar for a lot less, but it's the only keyboard or synth that hangs out on a stand in the studio all the time. The rest of them go up and downstairs, go back to storage. It is an iconic synth. And I feel rightfully so. I really do. I honestly do. It's the most inspiring synth I own. It's limited in all the correct ways. I don't think I'd get on as well with like the Jupiter, for example. I think it would do too much. So, let's see if I can plug this one in. So this is mono, which means one side only. So I'll have to mess with the panning. Okay. So it really sucks. I'll have to fix this. I've got loads of synths upstairs I have to fix, by the way, so that's not common. That's not uncommon. I'll unlink these. Okay. Please come on. Oh no. Are you dead? Bear with me. Bear with me. The joys of vintage synths, by the way. Sometimes you have to muck around to get it working. Oh, there we go. Okay. So that's it on. I'm going to take my hands off, it goes off. Can you hear it pop? So let's just go through some presets here. Look at her. Isn't she beautiful? Oops, sorry. It's a beautiful looking synth. I don't like using these membrane type buttons, but I love the look of them. It's a shame. Yeah, the chorus is amazing in the Juno. We'll play about with that. So here's some presets. Preset number 1. Whoa, that's loud. She's off again. I've got to hold it in hard. See my hand there, holding the power. It's better. So this is really 80s. If you want to do like authentic, this would be a good place to start. So that's preset number 1. This is and here's trumpet. Sounds like a fart. Oh. Violin. Hold on, it keeps going off. So you can hear, it's so 80s. You can hear why it wasn't perfect. And you can hear the cheapness out of it, but if that's the sound you're wanting, this is a great one. Honestly, it sounds better with 2 hands. But you can mess around with, oh, it's gone off again. You can mess around with the sounds quite a lot on this. See in here, you've got lots of different waves to play with. So this is a brace. Stick with the brass, but then I can change the waveforms. So there you go. I'm bored of holding that power button in. So there you go. That's the half the keyboard I promised you. And so we're going to bring out the 2 big dogs. I'm going to leave the Juno 6 till last, but I'm going to bring out the Korg DW8000. This one's good for pads. Check this. Say bye to this one. CS1000. I need to fix this one a wee bit. So this one's a bit bigger. I need to make a wee bit of room for this guy. They nailed that violin sound. Oops, sorry. I know it's what you call it? Couldn't tell the difference, right? Sounded like a recording. So this one's heavier. This one's the DW8000 and things are rattling around inside it just as it should be. Using a vintage synth. Okay. So this was the beginning of the end for analog synths. So this didn't have as many kind of faders and stuff to play about with. It was all like, I'll let you see it here. It was all like grids and stuff with like a single thing to move lots of different things. So the magic of changing lots of things at the same time was gone. Let's see. Has anyone seen this kind of plug before? Isn't it weird? Just a doubler. So I hope this comes on. I haven't tested this yet. I've used this quite a lot for the new Face the West album. That is to be released shortly. I used this a lot for like strong saw pads in the background, kind of aggressive ones. It's good for that kind of thing. Oops, sorry, I keep banging. Gary Robertson is asking, how many keyboards do you have, Keith? That is definitely on a need to know basis. Definitely on a need to know basis. I don't know. Classified. That is classified. Okay, let's see if this turns on. If not, I lifted this heavy thing for no reason. She's alive. Never enough. That is a good answer. Okay, how on earth do I use this keyboard? Okay, so we got number 11. Oh, check that out. That's not actually doing that in real life, by the way. That's the camera shutter speed going mental. Did you run out of fingers and toes counting them? Yes. Yes, I did, Sweeben. Yes, I did. That's exactly right. So, I'll plug this in. Let's get this ready on the desk. Okay, that should be it. Some of the keys aren't working. They're a bit dirty. They need cleaned. Okay, so you do 1 1, 1 2. Oh, is it something on? No! The contacts need cleaned. They do play, they're just dusty. Okay. Let's pick a couple of keys that work. Nice. There we go. This is the kind of stuff I love for this keyboard. This kind of pad stuff. It reminds me of like Terminator 2 kind of sound. So what was good about this keyboard was that it had a totally different sound. It had like some cool effects and stuff on it. Sounded like a nice mix between analog and digital to me. And I think it's a wee bit of a... You can still get these at reasonable prices. And see if you choose the parameter here, 31. So 31 is the cutoff. So that means this slider here is for 31. And you can choose what it is here. So if I put this up or down, it'll get rid of the high end. So that's it, fully open. Lovely, huh? Then we can pull it down and make it warmer. Amazing filter. That is an amazing sound. Cool, that's a great sound. Sounds exactly the same as what Nightworks used for the Hogmanay Drone Special. Yeah, I think what Nightworks use are a collection of Moog stuff for the leads and the bass. And what do they use for the... I think they've got a Prophet of some sort. So I know they use. I know they use this for. For their bass stuff, which is a great synth. Is it the sub? No, it's the little fatty. It's not the sub fatty. Slightly different. So they use this to great effect. And I think they also use I think it's a Prophet 6 they use for their polyphonic stuff. But yeah, Nightworks are unbelievable, by the way. Mixing pipes and fiddle with some dance stuff. Nightworks are an inspiration, and they're lovely, lovely, lovely guys. And they're fantastic. They deserve way more than they achieve. Like, they should be one of the biggest bands ever to come out of Scotland. Phenomenal work. Phenomenal band. Absolutely. That's a terrible noise. It's a bass. Can you hear how loud the key bit is in this? How loud this is? It just rattles away. They didn't care about keyboard quality back then. The Juno one's much better, actually. Oh, the pads on this, that's what I love the most. I love the pads. Not into trad stuff myself, but I do appreciate the sound of Nightworks. Yeah. What kind of stuff are you into, Ren? Callum MacDonald introduced me to Nightworks. Still getting through their tracks, brilliant stuff. Yeah, amazing live, Gary. You would really, really love them. I love this keyboard, man. I love this one beside the Juno because they sound so different and they feel so different. The sounds of the key clicking trigger High School Music class PST. I know. These old keywords are clickety clackety. Actually, now Abigail's here. Abigail actually took me to collect one of these keyboards, the one I'm about to play, the Juno, in a scary place in Glasgow. And she, it was pre-lockdown. In fact, it was just before lockdown. I think it was like February or something. And I was looking for this synth for years, and I finally found it. And we threw it in the back of Abigail's car. And this keyboard sat at my sister-in-law's house, well, flat in Renfrew, for like 6 months. I had bought the keyboard of my dreams finally, the synth of my dreams, the one I'd been looking for in good condition, and it was stuck in Renfrew for 6 months because of COVID. Gutted. Got it in the end, though. Got it in the end. Nightworks definitely recognised more for what they do. I agree. It's unreal. And as Rehan said, keeping the trad scene alive with new fresh sounds that pull in a whole different bunch of fans. As you've already said, phenomenal. That's an amazing keyboard. I play a lot of genres. My favourites are prog rock, drum and bass, trance prog rock, and indie new wave. Yeah, that's a nice wide selection. I'd love to hear some of your music. If you want to pass me some stuff. Hello, Andrew. Hello. What's your crack today, Mr. Stuttgart? We're mucking around with synths. That's what we're doing. So this one does kind of like FM type stuff too, but I'm not too fond of it on this keyboard, mainly because of the keyboard. Nothing officially made us yet, to my shame. Well, get it together! I bet it'll be amazing. Which day for Rocket League World Cup? How about Friday? Abigail says, play them the bit of the track you used to on my album. Oh, it was Lady. I think. Can't remember. This is fun. Hey! Sweeben has gifted a sub to Abigail Pride. Well, there you go. There you go. Thank you very much. There you go, Abigail. You owe that man a drink. You owe that man a drink, or well, I do. What are you saying, Andrew? About time Abigail subbed. About time. About time. All this free content for Abigail. That's funny. How fast can you set that tempo? Well, let's find out. So we've got the parameter switch here. So this is for any of these: octave, waveform, level, select mode, intensity. Oh no, it's here. Arpeggiator's got zone 1. So. Oh no, wait. LFO maybe? Where are we? Is LFO here? Oh, that's nice actually. Oh, the band, that's not it. Okay, let's try 62. Parameter 62. There we go. Is that Andrew? Does that do it for you? So Dakota. Cool, huh? Aren't synths fun? Running Man vibes. What's Running Man? Do I know Running Man? Google Running Man. Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't know this movie. I don't know this movie. That movie is hot garbage. Bit of flange. Oh yeah, it does have flange. Does have flange. Oh no. Where's everybody? Oh, I've turned the keyboard turned the camera off. Yeah, it needs a bit of flange. Okay, I'm going to put this lovely keyboard back to bed. Everyone say, I'm really glad that I played it a wee bit and the keys came back to life. Did you notice? Before it wasn't playing many things. Well, look who's here. You came in the right day, Mr. Lemons. We're doing that. Isn't this right up your street? Is it your birthday? You missed. Hold on. You missed these guys. You missed these. The refaces. Face of the refaces. As if you have a physical. I do. It is in 5 days, absolutely. Dude, check back the VOD. You hear these bad boys in action. I'll have to get you a man. You could borrow one. Let me know. Let me know if you want to. So yeah. Korg GW8000. I think it's just beyond when synths were perfect. Reason being is I love the filter. I love the sounds. I love the warmth. But what I hate is that everything's controlled from one thing. I'm working on some new tracks now. Was up till 5 last night. Atta boy. One of the thickest, warmest synths. Yeah, it's cool. Apart from the key bed is so flippin' noisy. You have to play it with headphones on. But this is just lush. But again, I'm needing the controls. This is right down your street, boy. So I was explaining I use a lot of this, especially the pad stuff. I use it like in the background of a lot of Face to West tracks to give it like analog warmth behind other synths. So I might just use like open octaves. And it's an amazing synth to add stuff onto it. Stranger Things vibes, yeah. Wait till you hear the Juno. So let me turn that off. We're going to move over to this girl over in the corner here. Now, I explained before, this keyboard, this synth is the only one that gets to live in this control room 24/7. It never comes off its stand. This is the one that stays. The others have fleeting moments. They come down, do their job, and they go back up. They all hang out upstairs, hating on the Juno probably. Okay, that's a heavy boy. Ugh. Okay, kids, so let's do a wee bit of jiggity pokety. So let's just pan you around, professional style. So we're moving along here. That's the Roland JX03 we saw a second ago. And here we go, the Juno 6. So it sits here beside me. Good friend of mine. Now I need to 2 seconds. I need to move the microphone. I don't want it to rattle your. Okay. I suppose I better move this one too. If I can. Very professional here. Camera and shot. Planned these angles before I started, didn't I? There we go. Close enough. Gives you an idea of all the mad keyboards all over the place. Okay. Oh, well, let's plug her in first. Jack leads would help. There they are. So this is more like what the studio's like, not that slick stuff I've been giving you the last couple of weeks. It's a bit more jiggery pokery and moving stands around. So this keyboard's as old as I am. This was made in 1983. Microphone's in the way. Pen's in the way. Let's move this a wee bit so you can see. Close enough. Okay, so I'm kind of sideways, but it's for your benefit. So this is the Juno 6. This is the first Juno, and it is it has no presets on it, so you can't save anything you do. And I think that's magical. I think that's beautiful. And I really recommend that because it really gets you to learn this keyboard if you get to use it a lot. Especially if it's a studio thing. If it's a live thing, maybe you've got to save some presets so you can change them quickly on for different songs. But I wouldn't recommend bringing the Juno 6 to a gig anyway. It's too precious and it's too fragile, I think. So, again, you've got transpose, hold, which means if you click this and press a key, it'll hold the key. Arpeggio, on and off. So that's like, it'll play lots of notes. If you hold them, it'll play them one at a time. LFO, my rate one is snapped off. That's the only thing that's wrong with this one. So I can't use that. The digital oscillator. Digital's good because then it doesn't go out of tune. High pass filter gets rid of the bass. This does the opposite. This frequency knob here gets rid of the high end. Res makes it squeaky. It's hard to explain. It's easier to show. And then you've got like the VCA and the envelopes to change your sound. And the best thing about the whole keyboard is a chorus. So this is cool. So and you can choose your waveform here. So you've got square wave, you've got saw wave, and you've got like a lower octave sub. And then you've got the volume for that sub, and you've got a noise as well. So we're just going to put something really basic, just a saw wave by itself to start off with. That's it. What do you think, guys? So that's it. That's the Roland Juno. That's the lovely lush sound that everyone loves. So that's the saw wave. This is the square wave. And this is the lower octave. The lower octave with the saw wave. And I'll fade it in and out. Love the fact it was born in '83 and still working hard for you. Yeah, boy. Yeah, this is a good one. And it's got the little chips out of the wood and stuff. It's got some scratches. It's got just enough character for me to love it, but it's in good enough condition for me to not hate it. So let's get this working. Cool. So if you hold a chord and pull the high pass up, you get rid of the bass. Makes it really thin. But the real magic of this is the other filter. the low pass filter. Okay. So that's up to this point, this sounds like any other synth, but as soon as I hit this, everything changes. I'm gonna hit the hold thing so I don't have to hold keys down. And then press chorus. Listen to that. That's off. So what I'm gonna do is Stranger Things. We can do a Stranger Things thing. I'm gonna hit hold. I'm gonna put the octave down, and then I'm gonna find like some notes which are similar, like. And then bring that down. But what I can do is I can put the arpeggiator on. Whoa, that's fast. Okay. Okay, so that's just going up the notes that I played. I've pressed hold, so I don't need to physically hold it. And we can... Then let's play with the envelope. And then a bit of resonance. A bit of noise. In the lower octave. Cool, huh? Pulling the frequency down. Get all like rubbery. Pull the high pass up with it. Put some more release on to make it last longer. Pulling the messed up. The decay and the sustain down to make it gak, 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 instead of wah 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 wah. Pull it back up. So that's cool. So that's how they got the kind of Stranger Things sound. But I just love this thing. So you can have no chorus. You can have number one. You can have number two, which is kind of faster. Oh, there's a special trick. If you're really careful, you can press 1 and 2 together. You get that kind of organy sound. Good morning, S.A. McClay. Rocking some 80s sounds. Yes, indeed we are. You get that funny kind of organ sound. Number one's my favorite. But to get like lovely lush pads and stuff out of this. So I'm hitting. This noise, I never used to like the noise knob. It just adds this. I used to think it was just noise, right? I didn't like it. But I love adding to it now. Just blending it in just gives it that vibe. What kind of cameras are those? Okay, this camera here is a Sony A7S Mark II. And this camera here, here what's doing. This is a Sony A6000. So this this camera here is a lot smaller and a lot cheaper. So I kind of just leave that one there for the streaming, and this camera here, oh, you can see it now. This camera here, I take filming with me. I've got another one of these, and I use them on a gimbal quite often, or a long lens, a tripod like this. The lens I'm using on this one is a vintage Nikon 28mm 2.8. So kind of a cheap prime lens, so it doesn't zoom. It's stuck, but I use prime lenses a lot of bang for buck. A good thing about this keyboard too is you've got, as I said, you've got the square, the saw, and you've got the octafloor. You can put all three on at the same time. Jack says, what do you think of the Nord Electro 6D or HP? Which one's the HP, Jack? Remind me. Now, I've never used the Electros. I avoided the Electro at the beginning because it didn't have a good piano sound on it. But that was like the early days of the Electro. I knew it had good electric piano sounds and good organs. But I've recorded the new one quite a few times. People bring it, and it sounds good. I wonder if it's got exactly the same pianos as the stage. It sounds like it. Sounds good. I'm not sure which one the HP is. The 6 HP is more action, and the 60 is a waterfall keyboard. Oh, okay. Hammer piano, is it? Is it like a weighted one? Look, I love all Nords. I love them all. I had the very first stage piano, and I loved it. I love the newest one, and the ones I record that I don't own, I love also. Yeah, I just moved these cameras around, Clarabella. I just yanked it. So here's the other side of the studio you've never seen, and here is my whiteboard that tells me all the things I need to do. And here's some pictures that my son has made for me. Here is like the artwork for Pete and Diesel's first album. Up here is some artwork that Heron Valley made for me when they were hanging out here one time. And here, this blue one, you can't really see it because of the camera, but that's my band Face the West playing at the Hebkeld Fest for the first time. It was a momentous occasion. I love this keyboard so much. So you can't hear just now, but there's no like effects on this. So there's no reverb or delay or anything. People used to bring like guitar pedals to put them through. But this thing doesn't leave the studio. This thing belongs here beside me. But once I'm recording this onto computer, I add lots of effects. And see when you put like big lush reverbs on this, the warmth added with the... It sounds big anyway, right? But it's dead. There's no reverb. I just love it. Keith, is there synth in this? The one at 2552, one of my favorite game sounds. Well, let's hit it. Let's hit it. Let's see. Let's see. I'm going to mute. Oh, I need the microphone. 2 seconds. Sorry, everything's tangled up. Messy day to day at the studio. Messy days are good days though. However, tidy studio is a happy studio. So I'm torn. Absolutely torn. Okay. Let's see what you got for me, Andrew. I'm going to mute. I'm going to mute the audio I'm sending out. Just in case.
Is HelloFresh worth the price? Absolutely.
Just in case the copyright people don't like it. Oh, mind you, it's a game, isn't it? Games are fine, aren't they? Let's find it. 26, 25. Join in, guys. Braid, what a game. What a game. What a beautiful game. Did you guys see the documentary about the video game makers? And I had like the guy who made Braid and the guys who made Super Meat Boy and stuff. Really good. 2552. Let's see. Okay, so that sounds like a piano string. That sounds like putting a plectrum over a piano string. If it was a reverb. Rudy Music, thank you very much for following. Welcome. Please say hello in the chat. Hang out with us. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, so that's a piano string with a plectrum. So they hold the sustain pedal down to take the pads off the piano strings and then putting the plectrum down the string instead of hitting it with a key, with a hammer. And that's strings. Hello! What I did. Rudy Music. Is your name Rudy? My son's name's Rudy. There could be some synth in the background, or it could be just like reverb from the strings. It's a skatey centric. Cool, man. Rudy's a cool name. Documentary is great though. The head of that game looked like he was no stranger to keep people in his basement. That's not very nice. That's not very nice. I thought he was a cool dude. I think you have to be a wee bit eccentric to get through making something as momentous as this. There's a lot of effort. A lot of genius, you know. Doesn't come alone. Cheers, Jackie boy. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your day. Catch you on the flip side. But yeah, that was my synth today, guys. Jeez, that was busy. What a mess in here. Does anybody want to come down and tidy these up for me? I'm gonna bring these all upstairs. So next time I'll have a synth day, and I'm gonna have the Moog Grandmother, my favorite bass synth. Well, not bass, my favorite mono synth. I don't like the dark one. Give me the colors. There we go. So we're going to have this one. This is creamy and lovely and wooden, and yeah, this sounds good. I would offer, but I may walk out with a few. If you walk out with that Casio, will you fix it before you walk it back in, please? That'd be good. Fix the power. I'm not sure what's up with it. Dry solder or something. I'm not good at fixing these things. I should be. Then we're going to bring in the DeepMind 12. Might as well go to the website. This one here. Not a great website. That's the girl. So I love the look of this synth. It's not my favorite synth, but I think it's because I'm not so into the presets. When I mess around with it with myself, by myself, not with myself, I get stuff I like a lot better. I think it just does too much. The synth does loads, so all of the presets do loads too, and that's really particular. Like if it's off doing loads of other notes and decaying and bouncing off things and triggering other things, it's very impressive. But it's not musical to me. But we'll go through some of the presets that I don't like, and we'll make some stuff from scratch that I will like. So that'll be fun. And we'll play about with this synth, the MS-1. Bang for buck, this synth. So this is a staple of the 90s rave, late 80s, early 90s rave. This goes, Keith, thanks for the cracking masterclass and great crack. I gotta shoot the crow. Have a magic Monday. You too, my friend, you too. Yeah, so we'll get some sick, distorted, horrible bass sounds out of this. Some rubbery bop, 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 bop stuff. A simple walk. Hey, yo, man, what's the crack? How are you getting on? You having a good time? And we're also going to play with... I'm doing good myself, Adam. I'm delighted. Fab. So we'll take this out too. So this is a very interesting keyboard. I love everything about this keyboard apart from it doesn't work in Pro Tools. And guess what I record with? However, I've used this quite a lot. And one really handy thing about this is it's a Bluetooth controller. So I get my iPad and I plug my iPad into the desk, and there's an app for this with sounds on your iPad, and I use this to control it. So I use it like as an external keyboard. Yeah, this is the best stress ball. It's not a ball, but I sometimes have this. I used to have this just sitting there, and I would never play it, but I would just play with it. It just felt really nice. But what's really cool about this, you can keep your fingers down. It's not like a piano where you hit it and you're done. You can keep your fingers down and then glide it up or down, either along the bottom here or the top, or just along the keys, depending what you wanted to do. And that was really cool. I really like that. You could do some really like fun stuff. I used this for quite a few soundscape things for documentaries where they didn't want music. They just wanted kind of like ambience and for it to evolve. This was really handy for that. I would just like slowly move things. And it's good to like bend one key at a time. So you could have like your chord, but all you needed to change was the fourth to a third, and you could just do that. You could just slide it down. All I have is a crummy electric piano from 20 years ago. What kind of piano is it? Let us know. I bet you it's not crummy anymore. What is cool, right? What is cool? When I was playing in the 90s, 80s was uncool. But the 70s was cool. So I think there's a gap. I think the 80s have been cool for 10 years. So maybe the 90s are going to be cool for 10 years. So maybe your keyboard will be cool in 10 years' time. For 10 years. Maybe that's how it works. I don't know. Maybe it's up to the kids. As it should be. As it should be. And I've got my got my Nord Stage 3 as well. Can you guys hear that? Hailstones. So this is the one I have. I got the compact one because it's easy to fit in a boot when you're touring. Sometimes I MIDI it up with another keyboard to get more keys, but not very often. It's a Casio. Wow, we played with a Casio here earlier. Casio CZ1000. I wonder which one you have. They do great violins. Keith, have you seen outside yet? It's snowing. Let me have a look. Oh, yeah, it is snowing. What's going on? What's up with the weather? That's cray. So this is the organ panel, this is the piano panel, and this is the synth panel. But what's new in the Nord Stage 3 compared to the Nord Stage 1, or just the Nord Stage, what I had before, was, as well as synths, the synth section does samples as well. So you can have other cool stuff. Can you play us a jam? Yeah, sure. Hold on. Am I still... Can I point? There we go. What kind of thing do you want? How was that? There you go. And that is really good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's my favorite keyboard. So that was the last one we had. The last one we had set up, and I still had the camera set up, so that's handy. So you know what? Soon I'm going to have someone in, an actual musician, and I'm going to have them playing on my piano, my actual piano. I'll have it mic'd up, and my plan is to stream the person recording their actual album. So I'll have multiple cameras. I'll have a camera here for me, so I can wave and say hi, and I'll have two cameras over there in the other room, one on the keys, kind of side on maybe, so you can see what's playing, and one kind of front on, so you can see this fellow singing. And his name is a secret until he comes in, but it's the latest person that's signed onto my record label, which is exciting. So you're going to be seeing from scratch, from the very beginning, the actual recording, and then I'll take you through the mixing and the editing, and when it comes out, when it gets sold, you'll be like, I saw all of that. I was there for all of it. A new follower, a simple walk. Yeah. If so, can you try and play a song? I don't have any songs ready. Hold on, I can play a riff. I'll play a riff if you want. Oh no! Where's the sound? Oh, I was playing the right. Okay. Oh, can you play a song by ear? Yeah, sure, I can do that. Just don't give me like Mozart or something. Yeah, I can play a song by ear if you let me know. Sure thing. Blue skies and sun in Inverness. So you got blue skies, you got sun, you got KFC, you've got everything. Star Jump from Celeste. I do have Celeste, but I've never played it. I think I played the intro bit where she like jumps and then the bridge falls and then she needs to jump again. Let's see. Celeste, Star Jump. Okay, got it. Okay, so I don't have the chords yet, but something like that. Is that close enough? It's a good start. It's a good start. Not perfect. It's a lovely soundtrack. Close, yeah. I'll get there. I need to listen to it a couple of times. But it's in C. I've if you can see here, this light here, that's a key transposed light. So I transposed it to a different key. I transposed it to A minor. Just to find the key quickly. A wee bit more time, I would do it in the original key. Sounds nice though. Yeah, thank you for introducing that. Thank you very much. Cool. Well, guys, I'm going to love you, and I am going to leave you. What have I got to do today? I've still got a wee bit more work to do. I'm filming, or I'm part of a filming production tomorrow and the next day. So I'm going to be out and about. I composed a piano piece on stream actually last Tuesday, I think it was. I'll check that out, Sweden. I'll get right on that. I might have heard that actually. I'll have to listen to it. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm playing, my part of the production is to play the music that I composed. Not actually play it, but hit play on the recording. And the actress has to copy my notes as well as possible. So I'm also going to be in hand as a on-call piano tutor. So between me and you, I kind of made that very quickly, which means I don't know it yet. I just kind of improvised it. My heart composed it, but my heart is forgetful, so I have to put it into my head, and my head has to put it into my hands, so I can play it without thinking. So I need to do a wee bit of rehearsing before tomorrow, and I need to make sure the equipment works, so I have to make sure that I bring a MIDI controller that will play sounds from something, maybe an iPad, and charge a battery-powered speaker so I can play it from anywhere. And that's my day for the next 2 days. So I won't be streaming tomorrow or the next day, but I will be streaming on Thursday. I don't have any plans for Thursday yet, but I'll make something cool. I will make a cool plan. And then on Friday, I will be doing chat multiplayer games. So I think we're going to be playing Rocket League. If anybody wants to play Rocket League with us, please let me know. Add me as a friend on Steam or however you can on Rocket League. I think it's it's cross-platform. So if you've got PS4 or Xbox, you can join in. Oh, Sweden. When do you finish work, Sweden? Maybe we could stay late for your benefit once you get home. Just let us know. Let us know when you're ready. We could play marbles and stream. Yeah, absolutely. As long as there's enough of us. As long as it isn't just me against Sweden. I'm just going to lift this up a bit. I get home at 5:30. Hey, mate, well, we might still be here if it's going well. Put it this way, if I'm winning, we'll probably still be here. If not, I'll be long gone. But I know that my homies, the Harrison brothers, might be available. If not, I'll just play myself while chatting to people until people come on. But yeah, so let's say Rocket League on Friday, and we'll do something fun on Thursday. Maybe a bit of creating some music, maybe a wee bit of working on some music I created before. I've got the F1 League to practice for as well. Oh man, what races do you have on Friday? Monaco and Spain. They're trying to get people to join this league, and they Baku. No, not Baku. See, what happens in Baku is you tap your front wing, and you're fine until the last 4 or 5 corners when it's flat out, and it's normally flat out. But as soon as you lose your front wing, you can't turn. So everyone just flies past you on that last straight because you can't go flat out in the last corner. Guarantee you that's, unless you do a massive smash, you'll end up with a slightly broken wing, and you won't be able to do that last corner. It's a nightmare. Fun times. But yeah, cool guys. Thank you very much for spending time with me. Giving me your precious time again. It's been an absolute pleasure going through all these old synths, making sure they all work to some sort of degree, and we'll do it again sometime soon if you're up for it. Don't know about the other one. Well, hopefully it's something nice and open. Can you play the most atonal chord you can? Okay. Yeah, cheers, Stuart. Lewis, not Stuart, Sweben. And Lewis. I turned into Stuart, I don't know why. Remember to add some channel points. Oh yeah, look into that, man. I'll look into that. It's a good shout. Maybe we can do some bets. Yeah, to play me out, here is the most atonal chord I can play. And this is a really I have to watch the VOD because of time zones. Yeah, no worries. It's up on YouTube as well, guys, if you want. A Simple Walk. Thank you very much for joining us. Cheers, Kyle. So here's the most atonal chord I can think of. This is a technique that has been passed down from my grandfather to my father to myself. And I think we learnt it from our cat. All right, everyone. Bye.